Hey, what's up? Ron here. Welcome to TimeWalkTV. Hope you are having a great day today. If you're new here, I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, all about Magic the Gathering. So if you want to keep up with all my videos, hit that subscribe button down below. So today we're going to be taking a look at Blue-Black Reanimator. So this is a deck that utilizes reanimation spells to bring big creatures back from the graveyard and do some pretty crazy stuff. So it's a bit more of a fun deck, but we're going to see if we can steal a bunch of stuff from our opponents with Agent of Treachery and do some really crazy stuff. So stay tuned. All right, welcome into Arena. We have our Blue-Black Reanimator deck loaded up, ready to go. So let's go and take a look at some of the cards that make this deck work. So first off, we have some of our payoff cards. We have Agent of Treachery to steal our opponent's permanents. We have Scholar of the Ages, which comes in and gets back our reanimation spells. We have Massacre Girl to kind of clean up any creatures. And we also have Rotting Regisaur, which is a huge creature that also lets us discard cards from our hand, which is what we want to do already because we want to get our big creatures into the graveyard. So this is just a big must-answer threat that also helps our game plan out. Just taking a look at our reanimation spells that make this package work. We have Blood for Bones, additional cost, sack a creature, bring a creature back from the graveyard into the battlefield, and one to your hand. So the cool thing about this card is that the sacrifice portion is just part of the cost. So if you have Agent of Treachery out and you sacrifice it to Blood of Bones, then you can bring the agent that you sacked back into play because the sacrifice is only part of the cost. The other reanimation spell we have Convine Concoct, and we really don't use the first half of this card at all. We use the second half to Surveil 3, which can also put big creatures into your graveyard if you don't have one there already, and then you can return a creature from the graveyard to the battlefield. Some of our lower end spells, we're trying out this Biomancer. I think it's a good card to either sacrifice to Blood for Bones, and it allows you to draw and discard while also having a little bit of a threat to it, kind of get some damage in. Citrus Supplier, when it comes in or dies, you mill 3. So that's exactly what we want to be doing in a Reanimator deck. Chart of Course, another great card, draw 2, discard 1. And then we have some of our control cards to take cards out of their hand, and we have something to kill some of their creatures, but we really just want to be getting this into the graveyard as fast as possible, and by turn 4 bringing it back with Blood for Bones. So that's the deck. Let's take a look at the sideboard real quick. We have 3 Duress for any kind of spell-based deck, negates basically the same thing. Legion's End for probably the lower end decks, I'm guessing, but mainly for Bant Scapeshift for those pesky zombies. Noxious Grasp is definitely for the Shifting Ceratops decks or the Jund Dino decks. Kills a lot of creatures in their yard, and the Noxious Grasp lets us get around the Pro Blue from Ceratops. Cry of the Carnarium. I don't even know if I said that right. I kind of just blabbed the words together. But this is for like the smaller decks, like the White Weenies, if they're even coming around, or the Vampires mainly. And it also helps against the zombies from Bant Scapeshift as well. Ashiok, same thing. This doesn't allow them to search their libraries with Scapeshift, and it also helps against like these graveyard decks that we've been coming across. So you exile their graveyards and you slow them down while we get to do our thing. So that's the deck. Let's go and jump into some games and see how it does. All right, welcome into round 1, match 1. So let's go and take a look at our hand here. It looks pretty terrible. We do have a turn 3 Rotting Regisaur to start getting rid of our big spells, but we really don't have any payoffs. We are going first, so I think turn 3 Regisaur on the play is actually pretty good. So we're gonna keep, even though it looks a little weird. I think we can make it work here. So let's play our tap land, get that out of the way. We usually don't cast these ever, so getting them into the graveyard as fast as possible is actually really great. Now I think I'm still going to lead on Regisaur, because it's a must-answer threat and they have to kill it or they're going to be taking 7 damage each turn. So let's go ahead and just jam this sucker. And 7/6, yeah, pretty hard to get rid of. Tyrant Scorn does take it out, which really stinks, but not too worried about it. If they have to kill it, they have to kill it. If they play any creature, I'm just going to keep swinging and discarding all my big stuff. Let's get rid of Agent of Treachery, and we'll swing. Get him for 7. I think I actually want to use Chart of Course to draw 2, because there is our turn 5 Concoct to bring back our Agent of Treachery. So this This weird hand that we kept is actually turning out to be really, really good. And let's see what they play, because whatever they play, I think we can actually take. All right, not so much. We don't really need that card. I still think we're going to concoct. We'll just take them off their white source. Oh, yeah, we'll get that in the graveyard. Tyrant Scorn, I don't think we want any of these, to be honest. Just get them all out of the way. Let's get back our Agent of Treachery. And we'll take your white source. We'll smack you for 7. Okay, so we got a really good clock on them. If we draw another reanimation spell, I think we'll be in an even better spot. But right now we kind of stole a land from them, put them down a land, and clocked for 14 so far. So there's the win on match 1. Man, this deck is sweet. This is like a last minute addition too, adding this card. I was like, wait a second, this card is like a huge threat and it discards. I think we're in it for the long haul here. So let's take out Massacre Girl. And we will take out Tyrant Scorn because it's probably not good. I think they're just control. I didn't see any Hero Precinct ones. I didn't see any like Elite Vanguards, anything like that. So what do we want? I think we want 3 Duresses. The question is, do they have an Ashiok to take out our reanimation plan? Which I don't think they do. I would assume they don't. Not a lot of people play Ashiok. So it's a little up in the air. I'd like to put these negates in, but what do I take out? Because Thought Erasure is really good. I think we'll trim 2 suppliers. Because you really don't want to be milling over your negates and your duresses that much, to be honest. So I think we'll try this. See what we got. Hopefully we can duress them and just, you know, play our big giant creatures from the graveyard. Waiting on opponent. Okay, so they're gonna choose their hand, then we get to choose our hand. Hopefully we have a really sweet hand. Our first game hand was really, really bad, but we made it work. So this hand is absolutely bonkers with a second land, and we have 24 lands, and we get to play this on 2, and we get to draw for our first turn. So I think we're going to keep it because this hand is absolutely bonkers. If we draw 1 land, that's all we need in like the next like 3 draws is a land. We didn't do it. All right, we still got a little time. Just a little time though, because we don't know what's going to happen next. They're probably going to Thought Erasure us, which is my guess, and probably take our Biomancer. But it looks like they don't have blue lands. I'm actually going to Thought Erasure them. I want to see what they're up to and what we can stop them from doing. Okay, so they have Devout Decree. This exiles target creature or planeswalker that's black. Probably take this and then... Well, we're not guaranteed to Regisaur next turn. But they're also not going to be able to play Narset next turn, so I really don't care about Narset right now. We're leaving that on top. Absolutely, we want that Regisaur in play. So I'm really confused on why they played Godless Shrine when they had Narset in hand. Maybe they drew the Narset? But we're just going to jam this Rotting Regisaur, and then we get to Thought Erasure them next turn and take them off of that Liliana as well, which is great. That is one big problem for us for sure. Deputy of Detention, huh? That's rough. That's very rough. Land is good. Let's do... We have 4, 5, 6. So I have to do this next turn for sure. So this turn we'll do Biomancer and Regisaur. Whew! Swear I keep talking so much, my throat is killing me. Alright, so they played their Narset, got themselves a Teferi, so we're going to have to choose between Teferi and Liliana. Although if we draw a reanimation spell, we'll be in it to win it. Let's see. 3, 4, 5. Well. Let's... Oh, this is so tough. Let's swing first, I guess, because then we can probably chart a course into a land, but I don't know if I want to risk it. I will swing at you. I don't have any removal spells for this thing, so we're kind of up a creek on that one. But let's see what we got. Thought Erasure. I wish we had another blue source. That'd be great. I think we can beat a Teferi. I know we definitely cannot beat Liliana. That is for sure. Second blue source. I think we just need to get a Agent of Treachery as soon as possible here. So if they play Teferi and we hit a reanimation spell, I think we win the game on the spot. They're probably going to tuck our Regisaur. That's my guess. I doubt they would plus. Yeah, there's the tuck. So that's going to go back down to third from the top. Land tapped and nothing. So let's play our land and we'll draw 2. And we'll discard that. And then we'll play Regisaur Alpha. Okay. I think we're in a good spot here. Their Teferi has to tick up. 2 mystery cards will be 3 mystery cards. Deputy is kind of annoying, I guess, but we need a reanimation spell and we'll be like in this game. Oh boy. Lyra Dawnbringer, okay. They get to untap and they have 2 mystery cards. This is tough, man. This is not good. Oh boy. Well, lucky for us, we have a draw discard, which did absolutely nothing. Yeah, we're going to swing it to Teferi. If they block here, they lose their Lyra. Because this is only a 5 power. Really? Cool. Thanks. This just has a DAP 1 and put stuff on it. Okay. This is just there for sack fodder, and it has other text that's relevant. Now they're staring down 2 7/6s. I don't know if that was the right play, but I mean, that's the only play to keep Teferi alive, which is probably going to win him this game if I don't draw a reanimation spell. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. That's an aggressive attack. Whew, that's an aggressive attack. Yikes. That's super aggressive. Man, and I keep drawing lands. I'm just killing it right now. 7, 14, 15, 16. Let's go. Now they go from 5 to 14 and they're dead on the backswing. I'm going to hold this land, make them think like I have a spell or something. But if they swing, they'll lose in the backswing. I mean, granted, they probably have a ton of stuff, right? Maybe they don't. Maybe they just have a bunch of lands like we did. But they cashed into Teferi to tuck my alpha. Whew. That's some serious business right there. Yep, I'm at 10. So they got me on a 2-turn clock here because I have no life gain. Wonder if they have any other spells to play here. Maybe? Looks like they're hovering over a couple of their cards. It's land. Nothing. Oh man, this is so crazy. Yikes. All I can do is swing. If they kill one of these, I'm just gonna have to pack it in. Yep, and we're done here. We drew like 7 lands in a row or so, some crazy amount of lands in a row there. All right, so I think we're still good on what we want to do. Probably Noxious Grasp, actually, instead of these negates. What else do we want? Tombbound Liches are fine. We could probably go down to Duress. We really want this. That's the card we really want. So we're going to... That's the small swap we're going to do. We're going to take out these, and we're going to put in this. Easy peasy. We want to be able to kill Lyra and kill Deputy Detention, and the Noxious Grasp does everything we needed to do. Also, if we just draw a reanimation spell, I think we win that game easily. So, hand is pretty crappy, but we have Lich into Agent, hopefully. For only having 24 lands, this deck draws a lot of lands. Maybe this deck needs... I don't know. I think it's pretty good. Who knows? It just gets Agents of Treacheries into play supposedly fast. There's Noxious Grasp. Okay, I can dig it. Get rid of those Lyras. Yep. I like it. What are you going to do? Don't you dare duress me. Or... Oh, he's going to Thought Erasure. No, don't Thought Erasure me. Goodbye, Noxious Grasp. It's nice knowing you. Nice knowing you, Noxious Grasp. Oh, they leave me the Noxious Grasp. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Ho, ho, ho. They are very lucky. They would have got turned forward. Very close, very close. Search for Azcanta. Well, let's see what they got going on in their hand here. Woo! Well, this does not touch Deputy. They have Absorb? Yikes. They don't have any lands, though. Well. Probably... They need, what, another blue source to make that work? Yeah, I guess we just take Narset. There's a land. I don't think we need a land. We need, like, a creature or something. They have a lot of Devout Decrees, actually. I'm not used to seeing that many. Usually, like, what are they scared of? I guess there's... The black creatures are actually really good in, like, vampires and stuff. 3, 4, 5. We're getting pretty close to just hard casting this sucker. Oh, that's a land. They definitely kept that sucker on top. Regisaur. Okay, well that thing is super duper dead. Do I really even want to give them the scry? Not necessarily. Not really, actually. If we draw the Biomancer, then we could play the Biomancer into Blood for Bones. But we do not have anything in the graveyard currently. And another one of those. Okay, well, we're slowly losing this game. Slowly but surely we're getting grinded out by just the weirdness. Very odd game, for sure. Let's do 1 and 1 to cast Charter Course. Charter Course, get me anything? Don't you do it. Okay. Yep, discard Agent of Treachery. We will play Tombbound Lich. That will definitely get Devout Decreed. For sure. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we hit a land off of this, which we don't, we'll discard an Agent of Treachery. They didn't Devout Decree. Holy moly. Here's hoping that you just jam Liliana. Even though you can Devout Decree it. But they're not. They're playing it very, very safe. They're going to hold up Absorb while Devout Decreeing this. Very smart. Oh, it's a sorcerer. I thought it was an instant. Oh, that's not as good as I thought it was. I thought it was an instant. Why is it not an instant? Yikes. Bam. Draw discard, please. Land. Thank you. We will put Regisaur on the graveyard. Play our land. They have Absorb. So let's just... Regisaur? They need to get that Absorb out of their hand. But they're not falling for it. Well, let's just load the board up and we'll draw some cards. And we still have Blood for Bones to activate off of any of these. They're being very, very patient with this Absorb for sure. That might be their downfall, actually. That might be their downfall, being this cautious about it. They're really hanging on to this Absorb as long as possible to try to counter one of my reanimation spells for sure. Question is, are they going to Devout Decree stuff or play Liliana? Devout Decree, sure. Still have mana open up for Absorb. Yep, scries to the top. Doesn't bode well for us, but you know, we could probably still win this game. I have faith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are they going to Devout Decree again? Yes, they are. So they are still able to keep up Absorb, huh? Yeah. 3, 6. So they're gonna wait for 2 more lands. So that'll be 6 and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I still have 2 open. I'm gonna attempt to Blood for Bones to take their Search for Escanta. Just trying to bait this Absorb out of their hand, which they should take the bait there. Yep. That's fine. They do get to flip Search, but I can steal Search still. Okay, how many Blood for Bones has gone in there? 2, and there's 2 left in the deck, and we have one of these. Okay, so we're going to just say go. We can draw a discard with this thing at the end of their turn, or when they play Liliana and minus. Am I plus? I really wish we had Blood for Bones. That'd be great. 3, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Narset. Wonder why they're not jamming Liliana. It's weird. 3, 4, 5. Interesting. Maybe they want to hit another Absorb. That would be terrible if they had another Absorb. I still think counterspells are great. I'm just a control player, but I think counterspells are great. Teferi. Will they jam the old Teferi? No? Maybe they have a negate. Maybe they have a negate. And maybe bring in a Noxious Grasp is not correct. Maybe that's not the correct thing to do. Welp. Welp. Do I concoct into it? I feel like I do. Let's go for it. Calling your bluff. Gosh, they had the second Absorb. You are kidding me. Oh, man. That is so brutal. Man, that is terrible. Man, I haven't played against an actual Esper control deck in forever. Not to mention ones that run Absorb. Holy moly. I swear, I don't play many games during the week, just enough to do whatever, but man, do I get extremely unlucky. I don't know if it's just like what it is about me, but man, When I play against other competitors, they just seem to have it good. I mean, there are some other times that I usually have it bad, but with the small sample size that I play, the losses really stick out more. And the losses are usually pretty landslide-esque, you know what I mean? So when I lose like this, where it's like they have the double absorb, they have the thought erasers, they have a, you know, double Liliana that they did not jam, and they just kept, you know, sandbagging it. It was crazy. Basically, at this point, if they draw another counterspell, I'm quitting, or I'm conceding, or I don't even know what else. It's tough because what's that? Ixalan's Binding? Okay. I don't know. That's right. That's a good card, though. Don't get me wrong. If we draw a reanimation spell, we are in. We are not in. Okay, and we are going to concede. Good game, opponent. We'll get you next time. Man, it's crazy because there's like almost zero counterspell decks in the format right now. Almost zero. This is the first one I've run into in months. But when we're playing the deck that really relies on just like playing your spells and not worrying about them being countered, especially in afterboard, it's just like it is our luck that we run into them. But that's okay. This deck's great. We're going to move on to game 2, match 2, and we're going to hopefully steal all their stuff and win some games. So stay tuned. All right, we are back for match 2. So let's go and take a look at our hand, and then we'll see who we're playing against. Hand looks great. Can't stitch a supplier on 1, but we're going to chart a course on 2. Get rid of this Agent of Treachery and hopefully find a reanimation spell to get this guy back in play. And we're on the draw, so we get an extra look at a card. So Overgrown Tomb. Well, they could be Sultai, they could be Jund dinosaurs, they could be a lot of stuff. So let's see what they play, and then we'll kind of figure it out from there. So I don't see anything. Forest, Overgrown Tomb. They could be like a rock deck or something along those lines. There's Massacre Girl. That's pretty cool. And it's only 5 mana, so it's easily castable. So they are Sultai. Sultai Reanimator. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so we got a reanimation mirror here. Maybe they have Drakaseth. Liliana. What is that card doing in there? Card's great, but man, what is that card doing in there? That card's awesome. Well, let's set up for a pretty good turn here. Let's play Citrus Supplier, see what we run into. 1, 2, 3. Question is, do I want to kill this? I don't think so. I think we're just going to play Citrus Supplier and try to get much value into the graveyard as possible. And then we have Concoct to get it back in 2 turns. Massacre Girl will do work as well. We will block you for sure. Does that have Lifelink Death Touch? Yes, it does. Okay, 1, 2, 3, looking good. 39 cards. We're pretty deep in our deck so already. I don't think we hit any deadweight. Whoa! I haven't seen deadweight in a minute. That's awesome, actually. That's great. 1 Blood for Bones got milled. Okie dokie. Yeah, I say we just say go. Deadweight. Whoa. Why not just play Disfigure? Why Deadweight, though? It's different. I think we're just going to Tyrant Score in this and just kill it. Don't want them to draw discards since they've missed land drops the last 2 turns. So now we're going to Concoct. And we're going to ditch everything. And they're, yep, okay. Yep, we're going to steal one of the lands, and then they can't really do anything. So our opponents kind of got a little screwed there. So it was a win, but it was a tough win. So they might be a Reanimator deck as well. So we don't want Massacre Girl, and I don't think we want Scholar of the Ages. I don't think we want Tyrant Scorn either. I think we definitely want our 3 Ashioks for sure. and our negates. We have 62 cards. So we'll get rid of, we're on the draw, so we'll cut down a Thought Eraser and a Stitcher Supplier. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, let's lock it in. HAHAAH should do work as long as we get her out, because she's going to mill them 4 and exile their graveyard. So if they make themselves have a big graveyard early, HAHAAH is going to take them out. Take them out. Waiting on our opponent. They're doing some serious sideboarding right now. Serious. But what are we doing? Waiting for 30 seconds? Come on. I don't got time for this. I ain't got time for this waiting around. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Teferi versus Jace. I think Jace would win still. I think that's like a no question. Jace is powerful. I do appreciate that they're playing Liliana with Liliana sleeves. Duress. Well, I'm duress proof right now. I am duress proof, and I just drew the HAHAAH. Oh yeah, feeling good, feeling real good. Ooh, we got Agent Treachery in our graveyard. Very nice. Don't Thought Eraser me, please. Don't Thought Eraser me. Have a heart. Kill it. Do it. Now that reminds me of like Star Wars stuff. Ooh, look at them being so cheeky. It's very cheeky of you. Now they see that we have an HAHAAH. We drew a 1-drop. Yes. Yes. Okay. We get a Regisaur next turn. Hopefully they play a land. I'd hate for them to miss land drops like they did for game 1. Leafkin Druid. What is this deck? That's wild. We will discard Rotting Regisaur. Something I'd really like to play, but next turn we get to steal something with Blood for Bones that they don't know about. Oh, don't you dare do what I think you're doing. I wonder what they're naming. HAHAAH. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. This game is very much over. And I do get to draw a card from this. Especially if they don't have a land drop again. Oh, I would hate to win like this, because I know how it feels on the other end when you don't draw any lands. But I gots to do it. I'll bring that one back to my hand. Choose one to go to the battlefield. This one. One to go to hand. This one. And we will draw discard. Discard that. Next turn we can Thought Erasure and Rotting Regisaur. There's the win. Unfortunately for my opponent, they only had 2 lands. They probably started with those 2 lands and just draw no lands the rest of the game. So I feel super bad because I feel like I just experienced that last match. And now I just, won because it happened to them. So I feel bad. I'm very sorry, but thank you for the win. I appreciate it. All right, we're on to match number 3. All right, welcome into round number 3. So let's go and take a look at our hand, see what we got, and then we'll see what we're playing against. We have Watergrave into Drowned Catacomb, which is great, and we have our 1 into 2-drop, and hopefully draw land into our 3-drop. Now we can play Blood for Bones. That's great, because our 2-drop is going to get rid of this. Whew, this hand's great, and we get to play first. Whoo! Whoo! This is a good hand. This might actually do some work. Turn 4. Agent of Treachery. It just feels good. Just feels good, Turn 1 Stitcher Supplier. And I love our opponent's name, Death Who Smiles at Alesha. Believe that's a card from Khans of Tarkir. When it attacks, you got to bring back a 2 CMC creature back in the battlefield. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, look at that. Agent's already in the graveyard. We're just feeling so good right now. Feeling great. Alright, just waiting on our opponent to play a land. Then we can see what they're playing. they're deciding if they want to even play land or just scoop to this first game and beat us on game 2. But or maybe they disconnected, maybe they're just taking their time. Not really sure, but their timer is running down. Temple of Malady, so they might be on like a Yarok style deck. Usually the Yarok decks run those. Since I already have an agent in my graveyard, I'm actually going to swing first, and then I'm going to play Charter Course just to straight up draw 2. Nice. Okay, so next turn I get to Rotting Regisaur, and hopefully we draw land for Blood for Bones. On turn 3? Turn 4? Well, we're just going to put the pressure on and see if they can deal with it. Looks like they're Juns. They might be Jun Dinos. They might be like a Jun Control-y style deck, like a mid-rangey deck. We just don't know. We'll put Agent and Treachery in the graveyard, and we will draw land. We will swing for 8. And then we will do the thing. Sacrifice this. And we will put 1 on the battlefield. And yep, and we got him. Turn 4, steal your land. Gets us another one. I feel like every time we've won so far tonight is just by playing Reanimation spell and just taking a land from them and putting them way far behind on lands. So that's pretty silly. They are green based, so I'm gonna put in my Noxious Grasps, and that's all I'm gonna put in. I'm gonna take out my Scorns and cut a Thought Erasure because I'm on the draw. Let's just keep it that way. Do a super simple swap because we really don't know what they're playing because they didn't play any spells. They just played lands. So fingers crossed we know what they're doing, but we really don't. So I don't know. I don't even know why I said that. Yeah, we'll see. I really like that name. I'm surprised at how long you can make names in this game. Like, that's a lot of characters for a screen name or a username, or I don't know what they call them these days. But yeah, I think it's the power of Jace. Really, just like, you know, I'm channeling Jace, and I'm just like, okay, I'll just steal your stuff, and then we'll win the game. Because Jace is obviously the best character in Magic. Just like blue is the best color. All right. Waiting on the opponent. Opponent. What do you got for me? Opponent. Please show me what you're working with. All right. Still waiting on said opponent. 60 cards. And is supplier, chart, grasp. Good. We have removal for if they play creatures. And we have our 1 and 2 drops. So let's keep that, no problem. What do you got? They kept 7. Another tap land. Well, let's play our Stitcher Supplier. What do we got? 1, 2, and 3. So our Biomancers are in the graveyard. Jun, though. I wonder what they're playing. If they play a Marauding Raptor, I'm going to be in trouble. Okay, so they are a Dinos deck. Gotcha. Okay, let's chart a course, try to... Okay, so we found that. We want our lands. I guess we just get rid of Stitcher, because we need these to kill all their dinos, except for Rotting Regisaur. Can't kill that one. This is only green and white, so Rotting Raptor we can't kill, and the Rotting Regisaur we cannot kill as well, so... I didn't know they played Temple of Malady. I thought they just played untapped lands. Make sure they hit everything on time, but guess not. They have pretty slow starts both games, to be honest, which is pretty fortunate for us because some of their super quick draws put a lot of power into play really quickly. We have nothing to bring back yet, but we do have a draw discard, which is great. This Surveil 3 here might actually get us a good one too. We're going to keep the land. I think we're going to get rid of a Blood for Bones. I think we want it. It's tough. Yeah, we'll get rid of the Blood for Bones because we have 2 other and Reanimator spells as well. So we'll get our chip shot in here. 1 damage. Next turn we get to Blood for Bones for nothing. Rotting Regisaur. That's what I was worried about. Very much worried about that. What do you got for me? Hopefully a green creature? Oh no. Oh, that doesn't fight, it just deals damage. That is so not nice. Oh, that gets haste too. Oh no. That doesn't look good. Well, let's try this out. Let's try it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Super close. We will get back Tombbound Lich. And we will get a Tombbound Lich to our hand. And we will draw discard. We will discard Noxious Grasp. They're going to discard a card. Hopefully the Surveil 3 hits us a creature that we want to pick up. Or else we're going to get really taken out by this. Yikes. Okay, well, we'll take action on that for sure. Get a Swamp. 8, 9, 10, 11. We're still not dead yet. Still not dead yet. So, question. I say we just go for it. I mean, we didn't play this deck to not go for it, right? I'm going to eat those words, but we're going to go for it for sure. Oh, man. That's rough. Oh, we'll get back our Tombbound Lich and hopefully he doesn't die. Probably like a lightning strike to kill us right now. If that's the case, we'll just go to our next match. But right now we're still in it technically. Although they could give a creature haste. Don't play anything. Just swing. Domri. Okay. I wouldn't do it. Read your cards. Read your cards. Yikes. Read your cards. This is a fight mechanic. Massacre Girl. That's not too bad. 4, 5, and then 1. Well, doesn't actually kill anything, so let's do this. It's another Tombbound Lich. Draw discard. Ooh, Rotting Regisaur. Discard Massacre Girl. And we'll put a Rotting Regisaur of our own into play. Veil of Summer. Interesting. They just wanted to draw a card. Okay. I could dig it. This can plus to make some mana. Okay, so they only have one card in hand. Hopefully it's not like a Regisaur Alpha. That'd be really tough to beat. +1. They have 4, 5. Potential to pay a 6 drop. Nothing. Gonna get rid of that Chart, of course. Ooh, man. 4, 5, 6. Oh, you dirty rotten. And I just got rid of this stupid thing. Well, let's see if they let. Well, actually. Haha. Hoo hoo. Hee. Okay. Go. Gadget. Tombbound Lich. Ho ho. This is a green or white creature and a gain of life. Yikes. Discard this card. That has to... Ooh, I can do it to that? That's pretty good. Well, let's do this first. Let's... Blood for Bones, sacrifice this. Then we will get back our Agent of Treachery. And we will put a Tombbound Lich to our hand. The agent will steal the Huntmaster. And the Noxious Grasp will kill the Domri. And I will gain a life. Alright, so we're set up. Oh, and they couldn't handle the the little trick plays there. Awesome. So that was sweet, getting a good win against a good deck. They're a little slow start, but you know, sometimes that happens and we were able to take advantage of it. So stay tuned for round number 3. Or is this round number 3? Did I just win round number 3? What's going on? What day is it? What time is it? All right, so we are back after 3 rounds of playing. I kind of lost count there at the end because I want to keep playing this deck. It's so much fun. But yeah, let's just do a little overview quick on the deck, see what we like, what we didn't like. Honestly, the deck was absolutely bonkers. Playing Agent on turn 4 and taking on their lands on the play, people scooped really, really quickly to that. The last minute addition of Rotting Regisaur was actually pretty incredible. Discarding a card is always something we want to do in Reanimator because we want to get these big cost creatures out of our hand into the graveyard so we can bring them back at a discount. And having a 7/6 for 3 mana really puts the pressure on your opponent, and they have to deal with it, so they're not worrying about you reanimating things because they have a big 7/6 to deal with. And I actually won us 1 or 2 of the games there. Biomancer was meh. I mean, he didn't really do much. Just a 1-drop. Really just a sack outlet for Blood for Bones. This can probably change into something different. I'm not really sure at this moment, but it is a flex spot. Chart of Course was great. Usually, always is great. Didn't get to try Massacre Girl, but just having it in the deck kind of felt good because I had some way to beat like small creature decks on game 1 or the Bandscape Shift deck just to, you know, wipe their board clean. Didn't get to do the combo with this by bringing back your reanimate spells over and over. So didn't really have much to do there. It just looks like doing your thing in the first few turns, like either playing your creature or drawing and discarding, getting Regisaur Alpha into play, or sorry, Rotting Regisaur, and then just, you know, focusing on getting Agent of Treachery in your graveyard so you can reanimate it. It looks like a really winning line, even against a lot of these like somewhat faster decks, but even against the Jund Dinosaur deck, they kind of stumbled early, but this just, you know, punishes them for stumbling. And then when they really got going, we were able to, you know, kind of take advantage of them not really reading the fight mechanic on Domri, which is unfortunate because they could have been avoided. But regardless, Agent of Treachery, really, really good. I implore you to at least try the deck. I think if you're into the Reanimator style deck, I think this is the most streamlined one. At least this color combination. I know a lot of people have tried Grixis and other like Sultai and stuff like that, but doing just straight blue, black gives you better mana base because you have 16 basics or however many basics you want. You can really kind of change it up because you can even add in something like this, which is, where is it? The Memorial to Folly, where you can, you know, rebuy some of your creatures if you know, get into a pinch there. So you could take out like a swamp or 2 for a few of these. So there's always more stuff you can do, obviously. But if you're into the Reanimator style, just try the blue-black version. It might be a little bit better for you just because it's more consistent with this mana base and you already have all the draw discard stuff already, and just getting these into play really fast is what you want to be doing. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell. Keep up with all the videos. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can come back on those days and get brand new gameplay videos. We're going to be working on some more videos as far as maybe deck techs or vlog style ones when I go to events, so stay tuned for that because we're definitely going to SCG Philly in October, so that's going to be something to look forward to. And we're going to do pre-releases. We got lots of stuff coming up, but for right now, lots of gameplay. So if you want to leave a comment down below, let me know what you thought of the deck, what we could change, what would make it better, or if you just like to give me a thumbs up. Again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and remember, magic is great and so are you. Stay positive and play Island.